Unlike a word processor, inserting text into your PowerPoint presentation requires you to first create text boxes. These are used to ensure that your text is positioned in the right place on your slide. It's even possible to insert text into any shape that you've inserted into your presentation. Now from my presentation below, I have a slide where there is a content placeholder. If you see a content placeholder as pictured below, which indicates that you can insert a multitude of different items, you can also insert text. In order to insert text, you can select Click to add text. And you'll see a blinking cursor indicating that you can insert the text into this particular content placeholder. After you've inserted your text, once you're happy with the text that you've added, you can select outside the content placeholder. Now, besides adding text to your content placeholder, you can also resize and move your content placeholder within your slide. So after you've added your text, once you select the content placeholder, you'll see that you have handles on the outer perimeter indicating that you can resize the text box. If I select the outer perimeter, hold down the left button on my mouse, I can drag this particular content type to the left-hand side to have more space on my slide to insert additional text boxes or additional content types. If I would like to insert a new text box, I can do that as well. First, I'm going to select outside of my current content placeholder, and I'm going to go up to the Insert tab found within my tool ribbon. From the Insert tab, you can go towards the right-hand side, and you'll find the Text toolset. From here, I'm going to select Text Box. And to insert my text box, I'll need to go over my slide. As I can see, my mouse cursor has changed, indicating that I'll be inserting a text box. In order to insert my text box, I'll need to hold down the left button of my mouse, and I'll need to drag out my text box to the size that I would like it to appear in my slide. Once I'm happy with the size, I can let go, and I'll see a blinking cursor appear within this text box. Now, contrary to the content placeholder, I do not have a bullet point indicated before my text. From here, to add my text, I can select and type in my information. After I've added my text, I can again move my text box if I wish by holding down when I see the selection arrows and dragging it about my slide. You'll see that you have guidance arrows indicating that you can place it within a particular location on your slide, so that way it's more visually appealing. Once I'm happy with the location, I can select outside the text box. Now, besides adding text to a content placeholder or to a text box, you can also insert text into shapes. So if I go back up to my Insert menu from my tool ribbon, and I choose Shapes from the Illustrations toolset, I can select a shape from the options below. I'm going to choose a standard rectangle, and from here I can see that my cursor has changed once again, indicating that I'll be inserting a shape. If I hold down the left button of my mouse, I can drag out and insert my shape. To add text to the shape, I can double select within the shape, and I'll see a blinking cursor as well. From here, I can start typing my text, and I'll see that my text has been inserted. Now, once you insert your text, you can also modify your text and format it by selecting the text within and going back up to your Home tab and making those standard formatting changes within the Font toolset. Now, if you'd like to edit text that's already been inserted into a slide, you can also do that. So if I select outside my shape, I'm going to go up to the title section of my slide, and once I select that title field, I can select at the end of my word. Once I see the blinking cursor, I can choose backspace to remove the text, and I can enter my new text. After I've entered my text, I can select outside that particular text field. Now, if you would like to remove text, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can either select your text box, select at the end of your text and select Delete. Once I've done this and select outside, I can see that my text has been removed. You can also remove the text box completely by selecting the content placeholder, selecting the outer perimeter, and choosing Delete. Now, since this was a content placeholder, my content placeholder will be reverted to default, and I can enter different content types as well as text. You can remove a shape by selecting the shape and choosing Delete as well. So now you've seen different ways on how to insert text into your PowerPoint presentations.